Hey guys, so I'm working on stone setting a prong set engagement ring right now, and I wanted to share my process of how I stone set with the bare minimum tools. In this video, I'm going to be walking you through the process of how I stone set side stones into this beautiful 3-stone engagement ring. The problem we have to overcome in this video is that we're stone setting 2mm diamonds when I only have a 0.1mm ball burr, a 1.5mm ball burr, and a 2.5mm ball burr. First things first, I use my 0.1mm ball burr, which is the smallest ball burr I own. I have it secured in a hand vise, and I start by marking out the center of where our stone is going to be. And I know what you're probably thinking, Rebecca, this would be so much faster if you were using a rotary tool. Why are you using a hand vise? Well, again, this is a video about the bare minimum, not all the fancy tools, which I unfortunately cannot afford at the moment. Because of this, the rotary tool I do have, I'm unable to adjust the speed on. Every time I've tried using it for stone setting, I end up destroying the setting and then I have to restart the piece entirely. I'm not risking that with this bad boy. I've worked too hard on this girly pop to risk having that happen, so I'm using my hand vise. I actually highly recommend using a hand vise, especially if you're starting out, because it really gives you full control over how much metal you're carving away. Anyways, I told myself this was going to be a more aesthetic video and not one of me yapping the entire time, so I'm going to chill out. What I'm doing currently is using my smallest ball burr and just digging into the metal, creating as much depth as possible for our stone to sit into. Regarding our anatomy of our gemstones, this is where the cullet is going to be at. This is a part of the stone that you really do not want touching any metal. It's very fragile, and any sharp edges of stones have a higher risk of them cracking, chipping, shattering, all of the bad things. Once I feel like I got a good depth of metal removed, I go in with the next size up in my ball burr. And at this point, I had to double check the size of the stone just to triple, quadruple check and make sure it was 2mm. Stone setting for me makes me so nervous because if you overshoot how much metal you take away, you risk having to restart your entire piece. So I'm always so insanely precautious when it comes to checking the size of the stone, checking the depth of the stone, length, width, height, making sure the setting is going to fit it perfectly. Anyways, when I change out my ball burrs with my hand vise, I swear it feels like I'm a doctor. Like I'm changing out the syringe for my patient or something. No? Just me? Okay, well. Anyways, I'm going in with the next size up for my ball burr and just starting to really take away more metal to fit our stone. I like to alternate between both of the settings at the same time, that way I'm taking away an even amount on both sides. I continue using this ball burr until I'm unable to see it in the metal. When I say that, I mean when you're looking at it from a sideline view, like here you see now. I want to see no ball burr. I want it to fit perfectly into the metal where it's flush and you don't see any ball burr. It looks like it's attached to the ring, if that makes sense. Because this is a 1.5mm ball burr, when that entire ball is submerged into the metal, that means we took away 1.5mm of metal. This gives me a good idea of how much more metal needs to be removed to set our stone. So right now, we're trying the diamonds, seeing how they fit. The issue is that they're so tiny, I risk dropping them, which is not fun. And I don't want to risk dropping these little babies because these are 2mm diamonds. These bad boys, I already dropped one last night and it took me 30 minutes to find it. Still found it, thank the Lord. I literally was praying. I was like, Lord, please help me find this dadgum stone, please. Alright, that one looks like that fits pretty good. Looks like I need a little bit more work. I'm using blue tack because this helps keep your stone stuck, so I don't have to worry about my diamond flailing and falling on the ground or anything. So I can double check the sizing of my settings and not have to worry about it falling out of my fingertips onto the ground, into the carpet. Because again, I work from my bedroom. I work on carpet. I have some blue tack with my diamonds on it to test the settings, make sure the diamonds fit, they're flush, even, set, and then we can move on to actually setting them. I don't want to bend it so far that they fall out because I don't want to search another 30 minutes trying to find them. But yeah, looking good. I think we're going to move on to stone setting. So we pushed our stones in. They seem good. Seeming they're good and tight. We're going to start on this side and just rim the metal over the stone. It's really difficult in such a small little area. So I'm just pushing the metal over top the stone to hold that baby in. Just pushing the metal over the stone to make sure it gets stuck. Once it's in there, we'll be all set to go. It's a lot like frosting a cake, except it's nothing like it. Okay, on a real note though, I'm using my burnisher and just smoothing the metal over the stone. This is what's going to allow us to wear this small of a stone and not worry about it falling out ever.
Another nail in my coffin, another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin, can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking.
Once I had the bezel fully set, I did use a little bit of flush setting techniques using the pointed edge of my burnisher, as you see here now, to just really make sure that stone was secure. I would be terrified to lose my stone on a ring. I'd be devastated. So I don't want that to happen to you guys.
My cigarette. You ever seen a dead man talking? No, you haven't seen one yet. I'm a dead man walking. 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 I'm a dead man.
We have our 2 side stones set, which means we can start working on getting our big boy set. Oh yeah, baby. I'm excited. She's gonna look so pretty. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you out in jewelry creation, or it just gave you something to watch. Stay tuned to see a detailed video over how I prong set the center stone for this ring. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you do feel so inclined, and leave any prayer requests in the comments down below and I'll be praying for you. So yeah, I'll see you when I see you. God bless you guys. Love you. Bye. Mwah!